Welcome to New Bedford, where beautiful beaches, boating, harbor tours, regattas, picnics, parks, baseball, golf, and one wonderful zoo offer individuals and families space to swim, boat, and play.
Hi, I'm Renee Dufour, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Beaches for the city, and I'm joined by Pete Boswell, Chairman of the Park Commission. We're going to take you on a tour of the fabulous spaces New Bedford has to offer for a summer of fun. So let's go.
Okay, Renee, let's begin our tour at Fort Rodman Fort Tabor Park, located on South Rodney French Boulevard. This 50-acre park provides a mile of ocean frontage located on the southern peninsula of the city, projecting out into Buzzards Bay.
There is over 1 mile of walking, jogging, and biking paths, natural areas, a great beach, picnic areas, military museum, and obviously fantastic views. The concession stand is now open, serving up all of your delicious treats. Fort Tabor is bustling with activity all summer long, and did you know that this park is home to one of the best recreation programs New Bedford has to offer?
Really, Renee? What camp? Is that the day camp?
It absolutely is. The Kennedy Summer Day Program. Kids ages 5 to 14 are able to spend their summer in this amazing place for a super low price. Sessions are filling up fast, so be sure to call administrative offices for more information. You can reach us at 508-961-3015.
While I'm standing here at the pier on Fort Tabor, I want to take a look at some of the hidden beaches that we have here. Beautiful, secluded, quiet beaches where you can come and relax and enjoy the day with your family. Also here at Fort Tabor, we have the Military Museum, a great place to visit, which shows respect and honors some of our troops. Also the concession stand, which we mentioned earlier, is a great place to stop, have a snack, cup of ice cream, or maybe a cold drink. One of my favorite spots that you don't want to miss out on is East and West Beach, loaded with sand, surf, and beautiful sunshine.
Head on over for some great relaxation and some pure vitamin D, of course wearing your sunscreen. So our beaches are open now through Labor Day weekend, and resident parking is only $1 per day, or you can get a season pass for $5 for the entire summer.
Across the street from beautiful Hazelwood Park is West Beach, where the water is tranquil, a perfect place to bring young children. With the parents, you can see a beautiful view of Dartmouth all the way out to Colonel Green's estate, and on a clear day, you can see Cuddy Hunk Island.
Our beaches also have fabulous amenities, Peter. We are staffed with lifeguards daily, 7 days a week until 5 p.m. We also have a pavilion here at West Beach to provide you some shade to get out of the heat and cool off a bit. Restrooms at both locations, west and east. And just as a reminder, for our beaches and at Fort Tabor Park, we do charge a parking fee, and residents can get a season pass for just $5 for the entire summer.
Wow, Renee, what a view, huh? If you don't like sitting in the sunshine, you can grab a picnic basket and a blanket, come on across the street from West Beach to Hazelwood Park, rest on one of these beautiful trees, and enjoy the scenery of Dartmouth and Cuttyhunk Island.
This 23-acre park located on the southern end of the peninsula is a hidden gem for both active and passive recreation. The ornamental trees, expansive lawns, and historic structures make a great place for solitude and reflection after a busy day. For those more interested in physical activity, Hazelwood Park features a brand new playground, which I'm enjoying myself, and renovated basketball and tennis courts. Hazelwood Park is not far from West Beach, as Peter mentioned, and it's very close to Fort Taber and is located on Brock Avenue.
This is kind of fun, isn't it?
This is a blast. Best things about being the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of New Bedford is being involved in projects like this. Renovated facilities, enhancing our amenities for the residents, brand new playgrounds, and really being a part of a commitment from the city to provide a healthier lifestyle for people.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Renee, because being chairman of the park board gives me the opportunity to know every single event that's going on in every single park, every single beach, every single day, and that's awesome. Hey, Renee, while we're here, you know, it's been a lot of fun to go in all the parks and the beaches today, but when I like to relax, Buttonwood Park is my favorite. The meadow, the ponds, the beautiful trees, and I also played ball here when I was a kid, and I know any night of the week I can catch a game here.
Absolutely. Along with our basketball courts, there's summer basketball leagues here. Our tennis courts provide tennis programming in the summer. We also have a universal accessible playground here on site. And this 97-acre multi-use park is really a runner's haven for runners and walkers alike, always bustling with activity.
You're a runner. Do you run through the park?
I do run through the park. I live close by, one of my favorite places to be as well.
And this is the Olmsted Park, the guy that designed Central Park in New York, correct?
Yes, back in the 1890s this park was designed.
Awesome.
And Buttonwood Park is also home to the Lawler Library, where you can take out a book and enjoy reading it under a nice shady tree. But also, in addition, it is home to one of the finest small zoos in the country.
Which also houses two of the most prominent members of the city, Emily and Ruth, two Asian elephants, 53 and 48 years old respectively. I've been coming here for years with my kids and as I was a kid. Well, Renee, here we are at Riverside Park in the near north end on Belleville Avenue. Used to be a former mill that burnt to the ground. It's one of our newer parks, and it's a working class neighborhood, and the park is the same way, utilized for many different things.
Yes, actually, it's one of the only parks that has an artificial turf field, which is very well used. Lots of requests coming in all the time. Also has a hockey rink, you know, an outdoor hockey rink, which gets a lot of use.
The deck hockey, yeah, that seems to be quite fun down here.
It's pretty popular in this area, as well as our skate park, one of the only other skate parks in the city.
And the other one's located at Brookline Park, where we're going next, correct?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. I like it here. It's quiet, serene, but it's busy. It's used.
It is busy. It's a rather large park, so you have these nice walking paths, another good place to jog, run, bring your kids to the playground. There's also a water feature here, a little splash pad as well.
Excellent. Another nice park here in the city. Well, here we are, Renee, at Brookline Park, where I played baseball as a kid for the Wheeling City Little League, the Greater New Bedford Pony League, tennis as an adult, brought my son here to feed the ducks. This is a great park, 85 acres of walking trails through the woods, and then, of course, all the activities.
This park gets lots of use, Peter, especially with our brand new playground, brand new splash pad that was just installed. This makes for a fabulous day for the family to come down. You can't swim in the pond, but we have a splash pad, so you can get yourself wet and cool off there. Lots of trees, lots of open space, and like you said, bustling with activity because of our fields, softball. I even have a skate park here, so great place for the older kids to come in and ride around.
Excellent. Also, the Wilkes Library, a great place to get a book. Also, plenty of trees, just like Buttonwood, to sit down, relax, and enjoy yourself.
One of the highlights of this program is to tell everybody about our Play in the Park program and summer food service program. In over 20 parks and playgrounds throughout the city, children 18 and under engage in fitness activities with our corporate sponsors. They have arts and crafts programs, the bookmobile comes through, the artmobile from the art museum comes through, providing a full range of activity from 10 to 2, Monday through Friday. And not only do we have these daily activities that happen, it includes a snack and lunch, all free of charge for those 18 and under. And highlighting some of the bigger parks, we also have special events happening.
So you have counselors that work these programs and feed the kids lunch and work with them all day, healthy lunches, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Again, committed to our healthy lifestyle in the city. We provide a healthy snack and then at lunchtime a healthy meal.
So the kids in New Bedford have a great place to go at any one of our parks this summer.
Yep, for a full list of those parks and playgrounds that we are in, again, contacting the administrative offices at 508-961-3015 or visiting us on our Facebook page, New Bedford's Parks, Recreation, and Beaches. You can find all of the information.
That's excellent, Renee. This has been a lot of fun going to all the parks with you today. I enjoyed it.
All right, welcome back to the program. This is Jim Marshall at the New Bedford Cable Network, and with Pete and Renee here. And it was just, as we wrap up the program here, we just want to sort of get an overview of the Parks Department and what we've sort of talked about today. And I guess, Renee, first question for you, how important is it for the city, for a community, to have a healthy Parks and Recreation Department?
It's really vital, actually. Your municipal, local Parks and Recreation Department provides opportunities for people to engage in a healthy lifestyle, keeping morale among the community because they get to know one another from various parts of the city, and you're able to offer programs at reasonable rates or reduced rates, and often, many times, actually free. It's also really important when you talk about a city growing and bringing in people from other areas. It's a good driver for economic development because people want to live in communities where they have thriving parks and recreation departments with open space, places where they can go at the end of a busy day, have sort of a staycation with their family, engage in physical activity, as well as just seek moments of solitude and balance in their life.
Pete, I would imagine growing up in the city and now being the chairman of the park board, you see how important these different facilities are to the communities in each neighborhood.
Oh, absolutely. As a kid, you don't really appreciate the things like that, but as chairman of the park board, I've seen how many people come before us each month at each meeting requesting certain events at every single park in the city. It's amazing how many people use these parks.
Renee, it takes it's not just you and the Parks Department. It takes a lot of people. There's a lot of different things I don't think people actually appreciate. And one of the things that we do with this program is to sort of inform people that the departments the city has, it's not one person, it's many people.
Absolutely, especially in the field and area of parks and recreation, you rely on all of the city departments. They all play a key role. We spend most of our time managing them, and then our fellow employees with the Department of Public Facilities really maintain them. So we have good working relationships with the other departments to get the word out. It may be through the city clerk's office when it comes to selling a beach pass. So we have to coordinate and work really well together to provide all of the opportunities.
And Pete, too, one of the things that I think is important as we've traveled around a couple of the bigger parks in the city is the people have responsibilities too.
Absolutely. Everybody that uses the park, as you saw touring all these parks and beaches that we've gone to, people have a personal responsibility to clean up after themselves and respect the other people that want to use the park, especially dogs. Clean up after your dog, pick up your trash, take it with you. We stress that at the park board meetings when we issue the permits, and I think it's important for just the common citizen, everyday citizen that uses the park to clean up after themselves.
And one of the things that I think is important too, Renee, and the parks are used year-round. I mean, this isn't just, we're highlighting obviously the summer months when they get the most use, but you're a 24/7, 7-day-a-week, 365-day department. The parks are constantly in use.
Yep, you're absolutely right. There's plenty of things you can be doing when there's snow on the ground. People are still visiting the playgrounds when, it's a winter month and the sun comes out, it warms up during the day. There's plenty of people out and about walking still, running. The level of physical activity doesn't stop just because the winter months have come around. People are, making their way out and venturing into the parks.
I guess, Peter, the last thing for you too is that, we highlighted a couple of the parks today, but there are so many other facilities, I guess is the best word to describe it, that you guys on the park board oversee as well.
Absolutely. We wouldn't even touch about Whaling City Golf Course. A great place to play golf, 9 holes, a great place to play. There's new parks being constructed on the Acushnet River, and there's also the parks that just have the baseball fields or the softball fields. Those are constantly being used.
And Renee, too, one of the things, I think of, Klasky in the wintertime with the Christmas, as my son calls it, the Christmas park, but you've got again, there's so many other facilities. You've got the food service where they have the farmers markets, I guess, are great things for people to use throughout the year.
Yes, especially in these summer months, our farmers markets take place at Klasky Common, like you mentioned, and also here at Brooklawn, actually.
I guess if you had to give, to sort of wrap it up, if there was one thing that you wanted to tell the people of the city about the Parks Rec Department and about the facilities, what would you say to them?
That really in the last year and a half we've grown tremendously. We've got so many things to offer at such reasonable, reduced, and free opportunities for people that, check us out on Facebook, call the office, visit the website, sign up for a program, come see us in the parks at all of our different sites for the summer, and come enjoy one of our special events and really see how much we have to offer.
All right, Pete, last question for you too, same as Renee. The lasting impression that you want to leave for the citizens of New Bedford about the city's Parks and Rec Department?
I think it's important that they understand that as citizens and taxpayers, it's a shared responsibility. From the employees in the city to the volunteers on the park board, we all work really hard to make these citizens enjoy our big backyard.
And that's going to do it for this edition of CityWorks. We'll be back again soon with another edition right here on the New Bedford Cable Network.
I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No. What about your sister's room? It's not there either. The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet? There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
Hi, my name is Jeff Pimentel from Fall River, Mass. 32 years old. I've been kiteboarding for 3 years and I love it. I saw a YouTube video about kite jumping, and it's where people have a kite on handles and it's got 4 lines and they just run across the field and jump pretty high. Saw that and I loved it and got a small kite to train on. Hurt myself a couple of times and grew up to a bigger kite. And then I got into kite landboarding, which is basically with a mountain board. And it's a different type of kite. There's different types of kites, different prices. This one's called a depower kite, and it's a little more expensive. This one ran about $900, and that's included with the sail, the lines, and the bar. And then the harness is a little, another price. It's about $125 for this type of harness. A mountain board is another $300, depending on the style of mountain board. So it gets pretty expensive. I've been doing this by myself here for about 3 years, and I haven't seen anybody else even remotely close to this type of kite. I do see a lot of kite surfers in Newport, but that's a whole different breed of people that do this type of sport. The closest I've seen were people out in Boston. They usually go to Nahant Beach or Revere Beach. There's a close-knit community that do it. My type of kite is more of a snowboarding kite, and you use it out in the wintertime out in the snow or in the summertime with landboard. It is pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. It takes a lot of practice to get started, and you start off with a smaller kite, one that you can handle in different kinds of wind conditions, and then as you get better, you can use that kite for high winds. The smaller the kite, the higher the wind speed that you can use it for. The one that I'm using here, I can use it anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, and I can sheet the power in and out. So if I'm pulling in on the bar, it gives me more power, but the kite does move slower. If I sheet the bar out, the kite moves faster and it gives me less power, so that way I can actually keep my balance on the board also, so I don't lose my balance when the wind is gusting. People get excited and they're always in awe, and they're always wondering exactly what I'm doing, and they have no idea what it is and they've never seen anything like it, so they love to stop, stare, and take a lot of photos. Coming down from a landing, I fell down and I got dragged by the kite on my back, and I had to pull the safety. There's two safeties on the kite. There's a primary, and that one got stuck, and it got caught on the line as I pulled it. So I had to release the entire kite, and I got dragged down. But the kite, I was able to save the kite because I had a harness on, a leash on. So I got scared for a little while, and I haven't kited for about a couple of months, and now I'm trying it back. Just to set up, it takes about like 5 to 10 minutes. I leave all the lines on and I roll all the lines around the bar. And next time I'm out, I just unroll the kite and pull out the lines and then stake it out, and it takes me less than 5 minutes to get it out. People always ask if I'm afraid of being blown out into the ocean, and I always say no. If I keep the kite pretty high, it won't pull me out, it'll pull me up. So I usually keep the kite pretty high in the sky if it's really windy. If the wind is really low, I usually keep it low in the sky, so that way I can lean down and get the pull of the winds. But once you know what you're doing, it's pretty safe, and you have a couple of safeties just in case anything does go wrong.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.